See, it says I have an excellent feed. There we am. That's me. I see me now. Wow. Just clicking my teeth. I don't have any idea how far back that lag is. I have no idea how far behind, but it says it's me. All right. Hey everybody. How's that for excitement? Wow. All right. Hey Rick. Hey, we got a full house tonight. We got Mom and Dad. We got Rick and Pamela. Claudia's been here for hours, and Ivy. And I thank you guys so much for following me around. That was stressful. I was quite irritated with that. Thank you very much. That was stressful. Hey, welcome to the Artistic Bike. What is Sunny? What does Ivy say? Sorry, I mean music. Audio is a little loud. Is the music loud? Or was it just me being, or just me being loud? Mother, did you mute me?
I'm sorry, I was talking to you, but I had a visitor. So,
it's okay.
I didn't notice it being loud.
Okay. All right. Well, here we are. Welcome to the Artistic Biker. Here we are. Welcome to the Artistic Biker Live. It is Thursday night. Apparently Thursday nights are gremlin nights. Ivy says the music was loud. Is the music still loud? Is Christmas music? Is it still loud? I can't hear the music, so I don't know. Jackie the Eagle died. If you watch YouTube, now I don't hear it at all. If you watch YouTube, if you watch the Eagles on YouTube, there's a
Big Bear Valley.
I'm sorry, what?
The Eagles were Big Bear Valley, Jackie and Shadow.
Big Bear Valley.
I'll put it in this chat.
Jackie and Shadow, where they were a mated pair of eagles. And Jackie died last week. And so I was talking about that, and I was talking about something else, and somebody said, well, you ought to just paint an eagle. And I thought, you know what? You're absolutely right. I ought to just paint an eagle. And so I thought that is what we might do tonight, is just paint an eagle. But when we talked about it on the show, we talked about me doing it as a mini painting, as a mini acrylic painting. I have a box dedicated to mini acrylic paintings. And when I do mini acrylic paintings, if you're unfamiliar, I have a deck of cards. I have several decks of cards. They're just regular playing cards with my logo on them. And I prime them and I paint with them. But before I can paint a new one, I have to prime an old one. So we're going to prime one first. Let me rephrase that. Before I can paint one, I have to prime one. So we're going to prime one first. And then, we'll just talk about whatever comes up while I do it. Because that's what we do here on Thursday nights, is we just talk about whatever comes up. So I've got a little sandpaper. And we'll just prep a card while we talk about it. So man, that YouTube thing, YouTube's been stressing me out for the last few days anyway. I'm kind of mad. I don't know if you're aware, but YouTube changed their monetization requirements. For the full monetization, you have by February you have to have 8,000 hours of watch hours. Now I've been doing this now for a little over a year. Subtle hint. I've been doing this for a little over a year now, and I'm sitting right at 3,440 watch hours. A little over a year and a half. 3,440 watch hours. I'm right there on the edge. And I can still get monetized. I can still, if if I hit 4,000 hours before February 1st, 2027, I can still be monetized under this system. But if I don't make it by February 1st, then I have to have 8,000 hours to get monetized. And I think that is a ridiculous amount of hours. When you think about all these people trying to get monetized out here, and you think about how much effort they put in to get monetized, when you first get monetized, you're lucky if you make $20 a month. You're lucky that first month. You're lucky if you make $20. The first time I was monetized was way back in like 2004, and I actually got monetized. I was actually making money in 2004 on YouTube, and the requirement, one of the things that they did was you had to have earned $100 before you could get paid. They don't pay out until you hit $100. Well, so I rocked along there for 2 months and got to $90, and I was just about to get my first check, and then they changed their policies, and then they required, I don't remember if that's when they jumped up to 1,000 subscribers or if that's when they jumped up to 2,000 watch hours or what they did, but whatever they did, it made it where they didn't have to pay me. And eventually they just completely did away with my membership in the partner program. So then fast forward, and I get involved in the partner program again, and there was a requirement, and I was almost at the requirement, and that's when they changed it to 4,000 watch hours. Back in 2018 is when they changed it to 4,000 watch hours. And it cut me out of the program again, and I just stopped broadcasting. I stopped caring. I stopped broadcasting. I decided I wasn't going to mess with it again. I wasn't do it again. And then I got into this, and I was just out here sketching every morning, and I thought, I'm sketching anyway. I might as well just turn the camera on. And lo and behold, I start having friends show up. Ivy starts showing up. Pamela and Rick start showing up. Claudia starts showing up. Elizabeth starts showing up. Adele starts showing up. Who else? There's some other. Joe started showing up. We had a lot of really great. Huh? Jamie, APG Jamie's come around a few times. We had a lot of really great people from Canada. We had Tice. We had from Canada to Australia to India to the Netherlands to Lithuania. A lot of really great people coming to the morning show, and I really love the camaraderie. I really love the connectedness, the global connectedness, and the I don't know, feeling of belonging probably sounds a little much, but I just really appreciate you guys coming around. I really appreciate getting to spend. It's my favorite time of the day when I get to art with my besties. And so once I started doing it in the mornings, once I started doing it in the mornings, last October I decided to start doing it on Thursday nights again, and that was a blast. We had a lot of fun. Then we made a book in December. Nothing came of the book, but we had fun doing it. We learned a few Amazon tricks along the way. We had fun doing it. But then I noticed I was inching ever closer, just having fun. I was inching ever closer to monetization. And then along the way, Ivy got monetized. And I was right behind her with the 3,000 at the 3,000 watch hour limit. There's a monetization that happens where you can get crowdfunded, like the $sign on the bottom of the chat there. If you click that $sign, you can donate money to help keep the program going, keep going alive. But that's not the model that I don't want to sustain myself off of. you're welcome to give me money. Don't get me wrong. I'm a capitalist. You're welcome to give me money. But the model I want is for Dick Blake to give me money, for Michelob to give me money. Let me dry this real quick. I've got to put another couple of layers of paint of gesso on that. Yeah, like Ivy said, you're welcome to support me. I'm happy to take your support. I love the fact that you guys want to support me. But that again, that's not, I don't want to make a living from you guys supporting me. I want to make a living from Dick Blick having me review their paint products, or Winsor Newton having me review their paint products, or have Dick Blick send me on field trips to show how easy it is to use their new portable studio. I want to be Bob Ross. I've been fascinated with Bob Ross since I was a little kid. I want to be Bob Ross. But anyway, so YouTube changed their policies. Now you have to have 8,000 hours, 8,000 watch hours just to hit that first introductory level, not first introductory level, but to finally start seeing some of that ad revenue. And for what, $20 a month? You get $20 a month, like Claudia said. She made that selling stickers. Okay, let me dry this real quick, and then we'll be done with this one, and I'll walk you through everything I did. It's not a lot. It was pretty obvious. I feel like it was pretty obvious. See, and I don't know that, Ivy. Ivy's in the chat saying, I bet they lower the amount they pay you too. I don't know that. They didn't really talk about that. But, it's entirely possible that when you hit that 8,000 hour mark, they may give you the 8,000 hour money. You may just skip from the 4,000 hour to the 8,000 hour money, just not get that $20 entry. Maybe you start out at the $500 entry level. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea if I'll ever hit 8,000 hours in a year. But I do know that once you hit it, you only have to maintain 1,000 hours a year. As long as you maintain 1,000 hours a year, you stay in the program. So, but it's still very frustrating that I'm like right here on the edge. And here's my problem. I have until October to break that. Now I only have 600 hours to go, 500 hours, 500 and change to go to get there. So and I have until October to hit that. But what happens in October is we start losing hours based on when we started doing the Thursday night shows. It's complicated math. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've taken this little playing card and I scuffed up the edge with some sandpaper, some fine sandpaper, and I just kind of scuffed all the shiny stuff on it because paint doesn't like to stick to shiny things. And then I put some primer. I put 2 coats of primer on this, one going one direction, one going the other direction, so that it would almost completely obscure. You can just almost not see any of the face of the card left. When I'm ready to paint on it, I'll add another layer of primer, but I don't have to do that tonight. But I do think it's funny. See these little hairs? Can you see? Probably can't, especially not if the camera changes. Ooh, maybe I should go back to that other camera. Stop that overhead close. Rick said what?
You watch many Bob Ross shows on the Bob Ross channel playing in the emergency room.
Oh yeah, Bob Ross is.
Well, but as much paint dry.
Bob Ross has a 24/7 channel on YouTube. But you see that hair in there? There's a couple of hairs stuck in there. I don't know. Those have got to be brush hairs because I don't have hair like that, and nobody in my family has hair like that. So those have to be brush hairs. But it made me think about Ivy's stream the other day. She had a bug on. She was trying to color, and she had a bug zipping in and out of her fingers while she was trying to color, and she's fighting with that bug, and I'm sitting here laughing because I've had that experience. But it made me ask the question: have you ever wondered how many gnats and mosquitoes might have been painted into the Mona Lisa, or might have been painted into Van Gogh's Starry Night, or how many gnats and mosquitoes are stuck on the Sistine Chapel because they flew to it when the paint was still wet? And I know when I paint on my big canvases, which I haven't done in a while, but I really should. When I paint on my big canvases, invariably an insect of some kind will land on it, and if you try to pick it off, you end up pulling big chunks of paint out of your picture. You're better off just letting it die where it is and paint over it. I need something like this to weigh that down square. And then I can put my blue tape down like that. I have this little wooden block set up just specifically for this. This little wooden block's sole purpose is to hold my playing card in place while I paint on it. Yeah, Claudia was there, laughing at the fly. We weren't laughing. I don't think we were laughing with Ivy because I'm not sure she was laughing. But we weren't laughing. We weren't laughing at you. We might have been laughing about you. That's what I tell my kids. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing about you. Now, Fly showed up while she was recording earlier. That's funny. Rick, I am glad to see that you're home from the hospital. And I hope it's for good reasons and not hospice. I know that's not funny, but my luck, they just send me home because there's no hope. That's how I left the mental hospital. We can't help him. He is too far gone, and there are not enough drugs for us to take to be able to tolerate him any longer. Alrighty. And now, I think we're ready to start painting. Maybe. Really what we should do is put another coat of gesso on it. So we're going to. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, I was mad at YouTube anyway. And then to have this stressful start to the show, it makes you wonder how Rumble's doing, how Twitch is doing. You know, it just makes you wonder. I'm monetized on Facebook. I'm monetized on Instagram. I'm monetized on Meta. It just makes you wonder if it might be worth moving over there.
Is that just another base coat?
This is the main thing I'm doing here is I'm sealing the edge around the tape.
Okay.
Because when I go to paint, I don't want the paint to run under the tape. So yeah, it's still just gesso, but its purpose is to seal the edge of the tape. That's what that layer of gesso is for. And then, see, I take my world's cutest little hammer. What's happening there? I don't need that. I take my world's cutest little hammer. And I shut my paint can back up so that my gesso is ready for me next time.
Did you get that cute little hammer?
I have no idea, but it's like world's cutest little hammer. I keep it right here underneath this speaker in case I'm ever attacked by a wild wombat or something. I have a weapon. All right, I do need to dry that. There's a lot more dancing this way.
Greg says feeling pretty good. Worked all day and did all right.
Good.
We'll be home with the family. Thanks for the which is no hospice.
No hospice. Good. Right there, right off the bat. Do you see it? Hair. Brand new hair. Right there. You see it? Right off the bat. Been so long since I've worked in acrylic. This may be quite the challenge for me. So I mean, it really has been a while since we've done acrylic. This may be because I don't have to start with yellow.
Pam said they told him they were trying to give him a break, her, but after week, they needed the bed for actual six people.
I love when they joke with you like that. Yeah, oh yeah. I got it out with a razor blade. Alright, let's see here. Do I even have any acrylic paint? I haven't even looked in the box. I may not even have any acrylic paint left. Oh yeah, they're still painted.
He's still Rick's world's best painter.
Somehow I doubt that. Somehow Rick strikes me as the kind of guy that would not tell anybody he was sick if he didn't have to. Dang near starved to death. Wouldn't tell him I was hungry. Oh goodness, I need one of these styrofoam plates from over here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Put my paints on. My little paint tube is sad. I may have to find. I actually have some acrylic paints that Pamela sent me. I should dig those out. I probably have better luck with them. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think these have gummed up in their tube from lack of use. I'm gonna steal those brushes. That one's still in pretty good condition. This one make a good scrubber brush if I wanted to.
Pamela says, are you almost paint?
Acrylic? The stuff that you sent me? No. No, I haven't painted seriously because that happened right. You sent me that right as I fell off the internet. And that's when we started the whole, I really should have painted that bug. Let's see what I have done. I have, I don't know, if nothing else, I have my daughter just stacked up right over here beside me. I have these acrylic paints, and then I have, this is one of the ones that Pamela sent me, and that's the blue that I'm after. Pamela sent me some fantastic art supplies that I've never really dug into. No, I threatened it, but I didn't do it. Oh, borrow. Okay. Let's see. No, I'm okay. What's this? That's a mixed media palette. Look at that. There's a mixed. I've had this mixed media palette this whole time. Pamela sent that to me. She's so precious. All right, let's see. I don't even know what colors I have down here. I have no idea what colors I want to use. I have no plan. Ain't got 'em all. Okay, let's just set the big box up here. And then I can just dig through the box as I want to. Look at this palette. Ooh. Can't see it. Yeah, it's a full complement of colors. All of the primaries, all of the secondaries, all of the tertiaries. Some of this stuff I don't think she sent me though, like these little minis. I don't think she sent this to me. I have just about every color you can imagine. I just don't have a plan. We'll come back to that. Right now, we need to get started on this eagle. We'll do the composition first. I started to spread paint around and I realized I should probably, if I haven't learned anything from a year of this, I've learned that you have to start with that composition. so that you know that everything is going to fit where you expect it to fit. If you don't do the composition, you'll end up painting and your eagle head will be off the canvas, or your tail will be off the canvas, or your feet will be off the canvas. And there's nothing you can do about it because you didn't do the composition. Because you didn't say, okay, is this going to fit there? Am I even, maybe I need to move the whole thing over to the left a little. I think if I made this small enough for all of those feathers to fit on there, I would lose a lot of the detail in the head. So I have to decide, do I want those feathers to escape the edge of the painting, like he's swooping into view, or do I want to make it a little smaller so that all of the bird gets on the page. And keeping in mind that once I do the background, this won't be hardly visible at all.
Thing about the minis are they're not a 10-minute project.
They are not a 10-minute project. They can be. That was the reason that I was doing small ones like this, is because they can be if you have a plan. I do not have a plan, as we've established. All right. Now we have a composition. What's wrong with old folks? I see, Claudia, it's terrible, these old folks these days. This may be dried up. I may be out of acrylic. It's not. It's just clogged up. There we go. All of that effort because we're painting a mini. I only need like oh, that's funny to me. That one won't do it. That one will. All right. Let's see here. Let's just take a moment. And get that background. So yeah, I've been mad at YouTube, and it's not my first time to be mad at YouTube. And I am not the only one. There are lots of people right now very mad at YouTube. And I don't know what good it does us to be mad at YouTube, because it's like, maybe YouTube will change. Maybe they'll change it back. Maybe they'll fix it. They made a change a few years ago that the creator community balked at, and they walked it back pretty fast. I don't remember what that change was, but I do remember them walking that back. So maybe, just maybe, they'll walk this back too, and it won't be that big a deal. You know, I would have thought they'd been better off introducing another tier. Like, we'll make the 4,000 hour mark the 50% tier. At 4,000 hours, you get 50% of the ad revenue.
Ivy says they're going to lose their creators to the platform.
Yeah, you know, the only problem is there's not another platform that is as widely recognized. I mean, we could go to Twitch, we could go to Rumble, we could go to Kick, we could go to TikTok. You know, we started on Ustream, but Ustream did the same thing, almost the exact same thing. Remember, Ustream decided that they shouldn't be offering their services for free, and they decided to start charging us, and they wanted, the bottom tier was like $150 a month.
That's you, Stream.
That's the letter U, Stream. But they wanted like $150 a month, and that was the bottom tier. That didn't even get you like 30 minutes a month. They lost all of us. But I also know we weren't their target market. Their target market was ESPN, CBS. They weren't interested in us hobby people. They were going to allow us hobby people to stay if we were willing to pay. But they weren't interested in me, Dee Dee Williams, Art Dar. There were a lot of us. Jamie Lynn. There were a lot of us. They were not interested in us being a part of their little club. They wanted, like I said, they wanted that ESPN money. Can't talk. Parting. But we found another way to go after that. Don't think we won't find another way to go after this.
Claudia said some platform you mentioned I'm not using in the Netherlands.
They don't have Twitch in the Netherlands?
She didn't say which ones.
TikTok, Twitch, Kick. Those are just the ones of Rumble. Those are just the ones I know offhand. Rumble was started specifically because YouTube was shutting people down for having any kind of dissenting point of view during the peak political seasons. If you didn't agree with the ruling class, you didn't get to be on YouTube. And so Rumble started specifically because of that. But so many people on Rumble have such extreme views. It's difficult for me to hang out there. I think that was Dan Bongino that started that one. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but I believe that was Dan Bongino that started Rumble. All right, what do we want to go with next? Let's try a little ochre. Do I have any ochre? I believe. You're just making up words. What'd you say?
No, I'm not. Rumble was founded on October 30th, 2013 by Chris Alvalos.
Okay. But it was bought by somebody else in like 2020, where it got a huge boon in 2020. Didn't Dan Bongino invest heavily in it in 2020 or something like that?
COVID gave it a huge influx of viewership in 2020.
I don't know. Maybe he just was promoting it, but Russell Brand is there. Dan Bongino is there.
Right.
Sean Hannity is there. Glenn Beck. The guys that took over for Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
There's a huge right-wing community over there, and I just don't want that much politics in my life.
Interesting. Rumble received investment from venture capitalists Peter Thiel, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Katie Vance in May of 2021. Interesting. Anyway.
But is it a viable alternative to YouTube? Does it really qualify as a viable alternative to YouTube? Oh, you see all that work I went through for that much ochre? Let's see. Twitch is more for the gamers. It used to be just for the gamers, but they are happy to welcome. They have a lot of art channels, to tell you the truth. I've broadcast on Twitch. They have a lot of art channels, but they also have a lot of. For a while there, they were operating under the more adult auspices. And when I say adult auspices, it's not truly, it's more juvenile auspices, because they're never talking to you about investment returns or mortgage rates or how to develop a college fund. They're never talking to you about actual adult stuff. No, it's all sex. That's not it's not as adult as they pretend.
Well, it says it's Twitch and TikTok that can't be used. Rumble is not used.
In the Netherlands?
Right. Ivy says she's currently trying to learn TikTok.
So I'm not monetized on TikTok, but I have quite the following on TikTok. I have a huge, I say huge, I haven't done anything on TikTok, but I overnight had like 500 people just show up and start following me. And I don't do anything. Hardly anything at all. Hardly anything at all on TikTok. And yet somehow I have developed a nice little following. Not enough to get monetized, but I am monetized on Facebook and Instagram. I just don't make any money at it. But I don't make any effort at it either. My goal was to get monetized on YouTube and then focus on the other platforms after I got monetized on YouTube. But maybe I need...
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ivy said she didn't know they had functions on Twitch until recently. And curse words. Oh my, the potty mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cursing.
Claudia says TikTok is easier to get subscribers.
Yeah, but it's hard for subscribers to find you again. I noticed that. I noticed that, but not because I didn't have returning viewers. I noticed it because I couldn't find the pages I wanted to watch.
Ivy has 2 videos and 3 followers on TikTok.
I have a little less than 100 videos on TikTok and almost 500 followers. My TikTok channel would have got monetized on YouTube 20 years ago, 15 years ago when we started. If where my TikTok is now is where my YouTube is where my YouTube was 20 years ago. 15 years ago. Somewhere between 15 and 20 years. I'm having to relearn acrylic color mixing. I'm having to relearn acrylic brush strokes. I just haven't done this in a very long time, and it feels good to do it. I just haven't done it in a very long time. I'm not quite ready to move to my smaller brush yet. When you go to the small brushes, that's when you get to the fussy details. That's when your painting is done. Nobody ever wants to come back after the small brushes and try to clean up. So can't see it.
Silly stuff and about 1,300 followers.
On TikTok or on Instagram? On TikTok? I have a lot of silly videos on TikTok. But lately, all I've been doing is every time I make a video on YouTube, I cut it up into shorts and I post a short to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And then I never go back and check it. But the next time I go to post, I'll see that there's comments and I'll reply to the comments. But the fact that I'm there every day, the consistency pays off. Because I do the morning show every day.
Claudia says probably on both.
Because, like I said, the consistency pays off. Can't talk. Harding. Just have not done this in a very, very, very long time. So my day job has ramped up. That's been fun. They've tasked me with writing their quality instructions, their quality manual instructions. Which that's fun. Because I did that for, what, 15 years? At my previous job, one of my previous jobs. And it's like, can you do this? Yep, sure can. Well, we'd really like for you to. Okay. You don't mind? No. You're paying me. I'm here already. You're paying me. I'm already here. Doesn't look much like an eagle at this point, does it? I'm starting to get concerned. You have to push past the roughness. But at this point, I'm not convinced there's anything on the other side of the roughness. All right, let's dry that so that when we go to the next layer, it won't mix. What'd you say, Mom?
Are you going to do what's on your easel?
When I get to a point where I can. You think I should stop and do what's on your easel right now?
If you mind.
Did you think I forgot?
Oh, heavens, no, you never forget me.
What? What were we talking about? Let's have this tiny little brush, and let's have this.
Already has 1,136 subscribers on Instagram.
I have no idea how many subscribers I have on Instagram. Let's see, I don't think I have that many. Let's see. I have 1,162. 1,162 followers on Instagram. A little bit of black, a little bit of red. little bit of yellow ochre. More black. Black will dull that faster than snot. I've got to be real careful. I don't want too much black. I want like a really dark purple. Because black will dull it up faster than snot. Is that my Christmas music?
Sorry, yes, I walked to the living room.
No, it's okay. I've never heard the Christmas music before.
Everybody's the ones from the old ones in the living room.
Cool. Sure hoping this ugly phase ends soon. We may put this aside and go back to watercolor. You know, I think that every morning when I'm doing the pencils now, every morning I think O-C-H-R-E, ochre. In English, yes, ma'am. Making a mess is what I'm doing. That's right. That's right. That's right. I think this is dried up. Can I easily zoom in? Claudia wants to know if I can easily zoom in. I think this one is dead. I'm stealing the little girl's yellow. Don't tell her. She's not watching. For zooming in, we use the magical defying gravity technique. But the problem with it is there's no light up there. Whoa. Her paints are separated a bit. All right. Let's see here. Like that. I'm gonna have to add some white to that to make it opaque. opaque like a snake. Not so much to make it dull, just enough to make it opaque. What?
Oh, these just eagles so little.
I know, because it's a mini painting.
You can see some of the landscapes.
I don't enjoy painting landscapes. I never have. I did a lot of them when I was a kid. Like I'd do a little windmill and a barn scene. I did a lot of those when I was a kid with an ink pen, a dip pen. But I just don't enjoy, for the most part, I just don't enjoy doing landscapes. Yeah, I may have bit off a bit more than I can chew here. Just because it's such a well-recognized bird.
That's what I think about my latest project. I may have bitten off more than I can chew. I had to call in reinforcements to help.
Where did you get reinforcements?
She was just standing there talking to me.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
I'm glad she was able to help.
Let's just say this project would bent about 4 needles.
Oh no.
She's a great reinforcement.
She really is. She's one of my all-time favorite people.
Yep. Yep. Stop chewing.
I'm not chewing.
I don't know what that means. Okay, I said you should see some of the major landscapes. Claudia said I saw him in the early days out on the festival was then stop chewing.
I don't know.
Then stop showing it.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't know.
It was more than we could chew.
I got you.
Oh. All right.
I got you. A little slow. I'm a little slow. You're the quick. You're the quick one. I'm a little slow. I may call this one just because I've run out of patience for it. What I really want to do is ink it. You have no idea how badly I want to ink it. Right. That's absolutely right. This is not something you can just walk away from and come back and expect to be an expert at it again. But it has been a very, very long time. All right, let's take the tape off. Actually, I want to dry it before I take the tape off. So now let's take the tape off. We'll take that and we'll use some semi-gloss clear. Everybody put your masks on. You gotta make sure you're wearing your mask when you're using aerosols indoors. So from now, make sure you're wearing a mask at this point, because make sure you inhale the stuff. Cause it'll really mess you up if you take too deep a breath. And people will think you're crazy. Might be a little stoned. Gotta make sure and wear your mask while you spray the aerosols. Okay, now you can take your mask off. Alright, so, tell you what, let's do. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. I can't really get it on camera because of the lighting situation. But what I can do is take a picture of it and show it to you like this. So that's the first one. Look, it's life size. That's the first one. Let's take a little break. Oh, no. This is not hairspray. This is Rust-Oleum semi-gloss clear. This is acrylic paint, acrylic spray paint. Hairspray's for pencil. All right, so let's take about a 5-minute break. Go to the bathroom, freshen your drinks. We'll come back and we'll do what's on your easel. In just 7 days, art can make you a man.
Or a woman.
I'm sorry, buddy, but you were made from a Ken doll. Dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. Sweat of the body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture a dream if you can? A courtyard, an ocean of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and how can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Well, it's so cold. Maybe, oh, my father, you know, is always too bold. Well, maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream? Why? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Honey,
Yes, my love.
what is this?
That's a bra.
Whose bra?
It's my bra.
Put it on.
No, it's my.
No, if it's your bra, put it on.
No, it's my bra.
Wear it. Put it
It's
on.
my bra. Hello and welcome to the Artistic Biker live from Oasis Studios and Gallery, where we broadcast every Thursday night from 6 to 8 Central Time at artisticbiker.com/Ustream. That's the letter U, Stream.
Friends, have you ever wanted to be able to draw or paint better? Have you ever thought, I wish I could draw a cat? Well, friends, think no more, for I have just the product you're looking for. That's right, friends. This magic product secret that I've given you for free today is all you will ever need to be the next Andy Warhol or Pablo Pikachu or even Leonardo da Vinci. All you need to be a great artist is just a little bit of practice. Why, friend, if you just use practice for a few minutes every day, there's no limit to the things you might accomplish. With just 10 minutes of practice, your cat can go from looking like this to this. And friends, if you have tried, practiced, and witnessed its power firsthand, please consider going to theartisticbiker.com and clicking that donate button. Every penny you donate will go to help someone less fortunate learn about the power of practice. And keep remembering to tune to the Artistic Biker Live every Thursday night from 6 to 8 Central Time at artisticbiker.com/Ustream. That's the letter U, stream.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. All over Paris, the city winks to the bells of Notre Dame. The fisherman fishes, the baker man bakes to the bells of Notre Dame. To the big bells as loud as thunder, to the little bells as a song. And some say the soul of the city's the toll of the bells of Notre Dame.
Uh-oh. What day is it? Who can tell me what day it is?
I wish you could see her face.
What day is it? Mom. What day is it? What day is it? Come on, I know you can hear me. Don't pretend you can't hear me. Mom. What day is it? Mom. Missy.
Don't say I love you.
What day is it? Missy. What day is it? Come on, Missy. Come on. What day is it? What day is it? Little girl. What day? Come on, tell me. What day is it? Thursday. Woohoo! Thursday. The Artistic Biker will make you happier than a Norse god on Thursday. All right. The Artistic Biker will make you happier than a Norse god on Thursday. I don't know how to do an illustration with acrylic, so I'm going to go back to watercolor for that one, just because it makes me happy. But in the meantime, let's do what's on your easel. What's on your easel? What's on your easel? What's on your easel today? So we do a feature on Thursday nights called What's on Your Easel. If you're new to the channel, I don't think we have anybody new to the channel, but we might have some new people watching. If you're new here and you've never been here before, now's a good time to shout out. It's good people in the chat. Now's a good time to shout out in the chat that you're new and where you're from. What they used to say on American Online, age, sex, and location check. Of course, I don't care what your age and sex are, but I would like to know where you are. So we use What's on Your Easel to share what you've been working on with other people. The whole point of this show is to is to inspire people to want to share, that want to be creative, to have some creativity in their lives. And so many people are afraid to be creative, to express themselves. And if I can get up here and do this with my crazy, untalented self, you can get up here and do this and make mistakes in front of everybody. Oh, Ivy's 54 in Indiana. I had no idea. I thought you were like 29, Ivy. Claudia's in the Netherlands. I sure thought Ivy was 29. So let's see here. Let's just see what's going on. My friend Rick, my mom and dad and I are in Texas, Houston, Texas. My friend Rick sent, give it just a second. I know the screen went black. I know it did. All right, there we go. So my friend Rick was sketching. This is his iPad. He's sketching on his Kindle. I'm sorry, he's sketching on his Kindle in the hospital. And he's sitting there. He's got his feet holding his Kindle with his TV tray and his chair and his bed in his hospital room.
How cool is that?
It actually says Kindle on there. But he drew that on his Kindle while he was hanging out at the hospital. And then he actually did another one where he said he was arting at the hospital. And this is a Dalmatian. Did you do this when I did the fireman? Because I did a fireman the other day. Here's his reference picture. Oh, it's not a Dalmatian. That's more like a blue heeler. I don't know what kind of dog. Is that a blue heeler? And so that's what Rick sent. And then Claudia, I'm probably awake because of an ear that's not working the way it should. Inflammation, I think it's called. A running ear and a popping sound in it. Disgusting, but I'll survive. The 19th, I have a morning at my hopefully new work to see how we work together. Competitive game, I think it translates. This is what I do to think the pain away. And she's coloring. This book belongs to Claudia Rossi. And then she's coloring in this book with all these different designs on it. And it's a coloring page. She's using, I guess it looks like colored pencil. I don't know what book it is though. But it's her book because it belongs to Claudia. You can see she's been coloring in it.
Rick said it was their daughter's dog, Dilation, a blue heeler.
Is a blue heeler. Where did Rick say that? How come it doesn't show Rick saying it to me?
Yeah, he doesn't like you.
He doesn't like me?
I don't know. You can't.
It's not in my chat.
I can't. I don't know.
But this book belongs to Claudia Rossi. Oh, it's Kirby. Ivy recognizes Kirby. And then Ivy did. This is from her book, her Superb Swatches book. She did this in colored pencil. This is her introductory page. Where it says date started, date finished. Ivy is a colorist. And that's the introductory page in her book. And then here's another page in her book, Ivy's Superb Swatches. And you can see she's going around coloring the leaves around the edges. We noticed some red in the trees around here. So the heat has caused a little bit of distress. It's not an early fall. It's heat distress. But it's nice to see. It is nice to see some color in the trees. Bama sent in, ooh, grapes. Wish I could just swipe through it. So you, instead of having to come all the way back out. And are those
Nice.
herons? Are those blue herons? Look at that. Look how pretty that is.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That was.
And then yeah, there's the heron up close. I think it's a heron. Dalmatian and border collie. Okay.
Oh, look.
Look at
Yeah.
what?
No, I was looking at the herons.
And then was that everything? I'm used to Pamela having like 18 attachments because we're getting caught up on the month. I will show you. We're going to go sand cranes. We're going to move off of my phone for a second because I can't just be going through my phone while you're watching. That would be bad. But if I go to here and I go to yeah, Pamela sent me a message on Facebook. Are you having technical difficulties? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. This is one of the things I've been working on. More random objects from the Random Object Randomogrifier, Volume 2. And you can see some of the works that are going to be in Volume 2 in the background there. Me in my blue artist shirt. So I've got the cover. I've been working on that. I had some issues with I moved an image a little bit and all of the settings changed. And so I'm having to go back through and fix all of the different pages. I don't know when it's going to be. I've not set a deadline for it. I've just been living a bit stress-free lately, and I like it. But I am making progress on that. And then here is the other thing that takes up the bulk of my time. Why I don't get to go to Ivy's stream on Tuesdays, and maybe not tomorrow, but I'll show you this. Where is it? Where is it? Do. Again, I can't just let you see me go. I can't just go through my phone with you. I have to. I have to be a little bit discreet, but I am. Writing policies and procedures manuals at work. starting with work instructions for the different departments around the warehouse. So if you've never written policy and procedures manuals, you know there's quite a bit that goes into it. If you've ever done it, you know there's quite a bit that goes into it. And they task me with it. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I can do that. Let me just knock that out. So that's what's on my easel. If that was what was on my easel, that's what's on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with easel in the subject line. Also, if you'd like a critique, put critique in the subject line. And as a group, we'll go through your work and we'll critique it with you. Obviously, we're not going to say anything mean or hateful to you. It's all going to be words of encouragement. It's all going to be things. We will be honest with you, though. Like I really don't think that blue goes very well with that orange, but it will be respectful, and it will be what's the word I'm looking for? Constructive criticism. We're not just going to say, hey, your work sucks and roast you. So yeah, if you'd like to be a part of that, send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the easel in the subject line or critique in the subject line, and we'll use your works to inspire other people, because that's what this is really all about. So that is that. Let's get back to our eagle drawings, our eagle works here. And so I've got another reference photo up there, and let's just get right back into it. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Alrighty then. Suddenly I have too much stuff around me. I feel like if I just give up the watercolors altogether for very long, I will suffer withdrawal. I will tell you, oh hey, I will show you this. The one of the problems is, because I'm not doing the full-blown drawing, I was worried that the coloring page that I was making from them wouldn't work out. But so like there's the emu that I did a couple of days ago on the morning show, right? And then there's the coloring page for it. Well, then the camera changed. There is the coloring page for it. So it actually worked out fairly well. It's going to be okay. I was worried that the pencil wouldn't translate very well into a coloring page. But it's going to work out. Subtle hint. It's going to work out. Tips always welcome, but I show a finished one for it. Right. All right, let's see. Start on the composition here. Make sure we get this eagle will fit on the page. But yeah, I was shocked when they came to me and said, "Hey, we'd like you to write our quality manual instructions." I was a bit shocked. I was like, "How did you even know that I had experience doing that?" And they may not have. They may have just decided that I was low man on the totem pole. It may be one of those prizes like, you left the room, so we voted you in. You know, to me it felt like a boon, because it's something I like to do, and it comes fairly easy to me. So I'm enjoying myself, but it is keeping me busy at work. It doesn't let me watch my YouTube channels like I like to do. But I imagine most people don't get to watch their YouTube channels at work. I doubt that I'm the only one with that problem. Those are some first world problems right there. Those are just some first world problems right there, buddy. Oh no. I've been out here digging a ditch all day long trying to make sure we could have room for the latrine, but you go on and watch your YouTube channel. It's alright. You go on and watch your YouTube channel. Hey, I've done my share of ditch digging. That's just not in my cards anymore. At least I hope not. That's probably enough pencil. There's a wing over here. I've got to make sure I capture that wing over there. That's probably enough pencil. Right, Ivy. Imagine work that requires work. Who would have thought? You know, I guess if it was supposed to be YouTube, they'd call it YouTube. If it's supposed to be fun, they'd call it fun. But apparently they call it work for some reason. Most of the time, I feel like when I talk about my day job, most of the time I feel like I'm George Jetson, because the vast majority of my job is data entry, and it sometimes feels like I'm complaining about, I had to push the button 15 times today. You don't understand. My button pushing finger is worn out. Oh, George. Not now, Rosie. His boy Elroy. Jane, his wife. This is probably dried out. Aha, look at there it is. I have to order some more ink. Somebody spilled my ink all over the chair. Claudia thought my lights were in my studio were bad, but it turns out she had her screen dimmed. That's as bad as my mom. That's as bad as my mom saying that my microphone wasn't working. My microphone wasn't oh wait, I've got you on mute. You can't talk, Harding. This is another one. This is a fairly intense bird. But I like this. We're gonna have some fun with this one. This one reminds me of the bird from the Angry Birds movie. So majestic, so beautiful, and everybody's so impressed with him, and the first thing he does is step outside, pass gas, and whiz off the cliff into down the valley where they live. Not because he's a bad bird, but because he's oblivious to them. He doesn't even know they exist. But they're all just in complete awe of him until they watch him emerge from his nest. We're going to get essence of feather right here. That's what's going to happen right here. I can tell you right now. This is just going to be essence of feather.
Oh, great.
Something wrong?
Oh no, I'm working on my project and I should figure out if I had to take this one out. That means I should not work on it anymore. I'll sink in the sunset about this time.
I'm sinking in the sunset. It's my bedtime. It's 9 o'clock. It's got to be, what is it, 1 o'clock in the morning in the Netherlands? I mean, it's just almost 9 o'clock in Oklahoma. That's a joke. Oklahoma is on the same time zone as Texas.
This has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Okay.
I was rehired this year for my Uber job.
Oh, yeah?
For Mondays and Fridays.
Awesome.
Monday's uniform day and Friday's PT.
My oldest son, my mother has been the Uber granny for...
Youngest.
I'm sorry. My mother has been the Uber driver for my kids for going on 30 years now. And when she's on the last baby, and she thought that he was going to just say no. But it turns out he needs a ride home from school. And so she's got at least one more year till he gets that motorcycle license that he's trying to get. But you've got at least one more year. All right, that'll work. I think that'll work for my needs.
It's 4 o'clock when Claudia is.
Oh, Claudia, 4 o'clock in the morning. Goodness. 4 o'clock in the morning is when I usually get up for the morning show. I don't know how you kids stay up late partying like you do. My beautiful young bride is not ready for summer to be over, and so she's rebelling, staying up late like she's a teenager, trying to preserve those last few minutes of freedom before she has to go to bed, because once you go to bed, you know, it's the next day. The minute you go to bed, it's the next day. And when it's the next day, all of a sudden your free time is not your free time anymore. And so she's doing her dead level best to not go to bed so that she can have her free time for just a little bit longer. Except that when she stays up till 1 o'clock in the morning, she still has to get up at 7.
Claudia says can't sleep, watch arting.
Right, can't sleep watching art. But she still has to get up at 7 so she can be at the school by 8. And so her little rebellious nature. But the part that bothers me is she comes to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, she wakes me up, and then I have to try to figure out how to get back to sleep.
I never used to have that problem. But now if I get, if somebody wakes me up in the middle of the night, then I'm awake.
Exactly. Especially if I snap out of bed thinking, oh my God, I missed the show.
Or if it's just enough time that you wouldn't get any sleep if you went back to sleep, you had to get up.
See, I don't have that problem. I have this belief that,
Hey, Twisted Lady.
hey, Twisted Art Lady, I have this belief that when there's a chemical in your brain, I think it's adenase, that facilitates the firing of synapses, and it gets cloudy. And there's another chemical, whom I can't think of the name of it right now, but there's another chemical that cleanses that, and it rinses it away and refreshes and renews it. And that happens when you're still. If you can sleep, it's that much better, but you can do it just by being still enough. It will happen if you're just still enough. It happens just as you doze off. And if you've ever felt that feeling like you were lifting up out of your body while you were zoning out to sleep, that's when it happens. That's the feeling we're talking about. That is exactly the point when those chemicals are washing through your brain that are relieving your brain of the adenase, and it clears your thinking. It allows you to be more alert. It allows you to be more cognizant, be more aware of your ideas and your thoughts and stuff like that. I am a firm believer in that I can tell when that happens, because, like I said, it's that feeling when you feel like you're floating out of your own body. And so I will lay still until I get to that point. Even if I can't fall asleep, I will try to get to that point, just so that I can have the cognizant benefits of restful sleep. What color is this? Did anybody say? Vermilion! But yeah, I believe that we may find out that it's all a bunch of hooey, but I am a firm believer in at least that much hooey. Let me dry that real quick, and then we're going to come back and shade it. I needed to get the base colors down so I could shade it, and then usually I start with the shading, but I wanted the warmth underneath the Payne's gray. Hey, Twisted Art, you're near Hillsboro, right? Am I remembering that right? Did we visit and you're near Hillsboro? You were going to have a gallery showing in Hillsboro? Was that you, or am I imagining that?
Did we dry it?
No. Why?
I thought your other one was red.
No, it's never been red. No, ma'am. It's never been red. Claudia says it's her last 106-degree day. That's a good thing. I'd like to see the end of our 106-degree days. I think we hit 100 today. Usually we stay right around 95, but I think we actually hit 100 today.
Yeah, it was really hot.
Yeah, oh yeah, my house is still 75 degrees, and my air conditioner's been blowing all day long.
There, this morning we went for a walk and there wasn't a breath of air. No wind at all.
This is my favorite part of the process. I probably never told you guys this before, but this is, to me, this is the part of the process that defines the shape and turns it from just lines on a page to a dimensional object. I love, love, love this part of the process. Love, love, love this part of the process. Can't talk, Arting. Doo-doo. You've been keeping secrets, Ivy says. You've been keeping secrets from us? Yes, I have lots of secrets. I don't think what my favorite part of the process is much of a secret though. It is fun to joke about it though. Ooh, that's way too dark. I'm not trying to overwhelm it with dark. I wish I could hear the Christmas music sometime, because then I could sing along with the Christmas music instead of just making random noises. suppose I could fix it so that I could hear the Christmas music. But then I'd just be singing Christmas music all the time. This tree stump may not get anything more than this. This may be all the attention this tree stump gets. I will tell you, I am ready for some fall weather. You know what I'm really ready for? Halloweeny season. I've actually been thinking about breaking out my art journal for Halloweeny season. Putting decorations up. I haven't done that in a very, very long time.
It's hard when you're without many little kids. This what's fall weather like?
In Texas and Oklahoma, fall weather is the not as hot season. We have the hot season and then we have the not as hot season.
This year they're predicting we will be cooler than normal because of El Nino.
Should I hold my breath on that?
It's weather and cooler and stormier. Get it?
Should I hold my breath on that?
No, I'm not watching. Personally, you can't do anything about it. Second of all, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's a pretty neat saying. Did you come up with that all on your own? We can make a t-shirt about that.
Rick says they're using the heat from Oklahoma to power hell this month.
Yeah, I saw a comic that said that's why God gave us Oklahoma and Texas summers, was to remind us how bad hell was and why we needed to be good. I thought that's pretty funny.
Your dad told me this afternoon he just had just a couple more things to move on one side of his shed. He was going to go out and do them. I said, all right. So he walks out there and walks back in. It was too hot in the shed.
I tell you,
You know, it was too hot. It must have been really, really hot for him not to take care of it.
I can tell you, I walked to get the mail a couple of days ago, and I had to lay down for 20 minutes in a fan just to catch my breath.
that's the problem, is there isn't any wind and the heat is breathtaking. Literally. I see the kids at the bus stop with their hoodies on, and I think, I know it's cold in their classrooms, but my goodness, it's hot out here.
No, those kids are just insane. Let's not pretend.
And then at Board 2's high school, the AC went out today, so I don't know how long it was out.
I wonder if they kept their hoodies on the whole day.
I don't know. Typically they do, because it's so cold in the classrooms, and all students say that. They complain about it. Well, I say all the ones I come in contact with. You know, in all honesty, the traffic in my circle doesn't bother me. But I don't get up on the interstate very often.
Right.
You know, they go too fast for me. But yesterday, that traffic was horrendous. And you and I talked about this. I don't know if it was parents dropping kids off. I don't know, but there was traffic where there's never traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea, because on my trip to work, there's no schools, there's no bus stops or anything like that. But for some reason, I couldn't hardly get through.
That was ridiculous. Like I say, it normally doesn't bother me, but it was, you know, 2, 3 slip-throughs at the stoplight.
Yeah. I've decided I can't ride the motorcycle again until the temperature, the high of the day, is back into like 89.
No, it's like that heat coming off the road is the highway is too hot.
It's more that I can't sit in traffic at those temperatures. I can go at those temperatures as long as I'm going. That's okay. But sitting in traffic at those temperatures, and my bike, I drive a bagger, so my bike is not one of those that I can go between the cars, and I wouldn't really go between the cars anyway. I don't like to do that. I only do that when people pull over in front of me, like a smart aleck, when they pull over in front of me, because they say they feel like they have a gap, because I have to leave a long gap when I'm riding a motorcycle. I have to leave a long gap because the stopping range for a motorcycle is much further than it is for an automobile. When you slam on your brakes in an automobile, you're not going to fall over. You don't have to worry about maintaining your balance. You can slide right up and not have to worry about maintaining your balance. But when you're on a motorcycle, you have to stop slower. You can start off a whole lot faster, but you have to stop slower, because otherwise you'll slide. You'll fall over and you'll lose your balance and you'll slide. So I have to have a much greater stopping distance. And cars will see that as an opportunity and they'll cut in front of me. And when they do, and they cut off my stopping distance, I just move in between them and go, because I'm not playing those kinds of games. Let me dry this real quick, and then I may try to do something with that background to make that white stand out on his head. Yeah, I try to ride on the weekends, early in the morning. On Saturdays, I try to just tootle around just a little bit, just to keep the bike in shape. But I'm not doing a whole lot of riding right now. I'm certainly not riding to work.
I don't know if this means Claudia's leaving.
Yeah, she's going to watch the end tomorrow.
Okay.
Pick love, pick luck, whatever works. Thanks for stopping by, Claudia. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. I know it's rough. It's 4 o'clock in the morning there. I know it's rough to stay up late like that. Good luck on the new job. Let us know how it works out. Did Twisted Art Lady leave?
I don't think so. I don't know if she has this whole thing for a while.
Was I wrong? Is she not the one in Hillsboro?
Yeah, she's as far as I know.
I was going to ask. Dad and I are going through there, and we're going to stop at Brahms. I was going to ask her if she wanted to meet up at Brahms. Maybe we could go see the gallery. But I'm not sure if that Brahms is still open.
She just said hi.
I'll dry it one more time and then we'll ink it. And it's 9:30 at night. All right.
It is still open. And it's in Hillsboro.
Oh, cool. I heard at one point that they might shut it down because of the incidences like I experienced the last time I went there. That one in Burleson is so much better. That one in Burleson is really nice.
It's the one.
That's the one we.
used to.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
It's the one where we used to meet, isn't it? At Burleson.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the one I can sometimes convince my my son and my beautiful daughter-in-law to meet me out with my grandbabies. During the eclipse last year before last, we met up in Burleson and had ice cream. Pen is not wanting to flow. There, I think I got that worked out. There we go. Now we got a nice solid flow of ink. Now we've got a nice solid flow of ink. That's perfect. That's exactly how we want it. We can come in with some of those details. Not too much. You certainly don't want to overwhelm the white on the head.
It takes them about 5 years to get something like that.
Did you learn that on the morning show?
What?
Did you learn that on the morning show? Because we talked about that on the morning show the other day.
I don't really, I may have, I don't know, but I know I learned it from watching Big Bear Eagles. Big Bear Park.
So what's going to happen to Jackie's mate?
Shadow?
Yeah.
Well, he's already entertaining.
Okay, good. They're till death. They're not for life. They're till death do us part.
Yes.
Some birds choose a mate for life, and when their mate dies, they don't choose another mate. They just live until they die also. But some birds are until death do us part, and then some birds are until the end of the season, and then some birds are like, that was fun, see ya.
Except that's not true with Jackie's previous mate, Mr. B.
Yeah.
There must have been, I don't know, disharmony in the nest. because Shadow moved in and just ran Mr. P off.
So you have that sometimes.
So Shadow and Jackie have been together like 14 years.
You'll have that sometimes.
But the people that started this and are more familiar with it, they made the comment that the way Shadow was acting is he knew that Jackie wasn't going to come back.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So there is this version of the eagle, and here is the previous eagle. They're really good at a distance. Once you start getting up close, you start seeing all of the errors. Once you get, art is meant to be viewed about 3 feet away, 3 to 4 feet away. It's not meant to be viewed up close. Once you get 3 to 4 feet away, it's really quite impressive, especially if you're like me and I can take my glasses off. So it's fun times. I'm glad you guys joined me tonight. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed playing with some acrylic. We will have to do this more often. Maybe I'll break out the art journal and we can art journal some more. My problem with the art journal is that I got to a point where it was Groundhog Day, and I know I'm not the only one in this, but I got to the point where it was Groundhog Day. When we started with the art journal, there were lots of new art techniques to learn. There were lots of new events. We had brand new kids. There were lots of new events happening to us, and now the kids are autonomous and they're gone most of the time. I probably still have quite a few art things that I could learn, but none of them have to do with painting. None of the ones that I want to learn have anything to do with painting. For instance, I bought some polyurethane mix where you mix it up and it mixes up hot and it makes that clear that clear lacquer that you paint on stuff or that you can pour on stuff. I bought that, and it's the kind of stuff you can take a cube and you can put a toy inside. You can pour it in there and let it cure for a few days, and you'll have an acrylic cube with a toy in the middle of it. That I bought some of that with the intent of figuring out how to paint those goldfish. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but they paint goldfish in layers. They pour the acrylic and then they paint a goldfish, and they pour the acrylic and they paint a goldfish, and they just do it in layers over and over and over until it looks like when you look in there, you can see the shadow of the goldfish. You can see the sides are out of focus compared to the top. It's in perspective, everything about it, because it's layers. And so as far as you're concerned, there's a fish there. If you could see it from the side, you just see layers of paint. But from the top down, it looks like there's a fish swimming in a bowl. And I thought that would be really cool to try, so I bought the stuff. If we did that, what I would have to do is I would have to pour a little and then wait. And then the following week, I could come back and I could paint a layer of goldfish and then pour a little paint and then pour a little of the mix. And I would have to do it in layers like that, because it would take us, it might take us 6 months of Thursday nights to get that done. But I think that would be fun stuff to put on the show, to do on the show. But it would be like 10 minutes of our whole show, because it'd be like, okay, there's a layer of orange, we're done. Pour more clear coat on top of it and set it aside, because I can't do anything else till the clear coat cures. So we may do some more stuff like that. But I'm glad you joined me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to this every week, just like I look forward to every morning when I get to art with my besties. It is my favorite night of the week. Claudia, Ivy, Twisted Art Lady, Mom, Dad, Pamela, Rick. Are Pamela and Rick still around? It's pretty late at night. I haven't seen them in a few minutes. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Anybody who joined us in the stream tonight that didn't manage to chat, I'm sorry I don't know your names, but I'm glad you all joined us when you did. Be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. Hopefully there won't be any gremlins. And then we dance. We dance until somebody says they see me dancing. Tomorrow morning, if you're up 5:30 a.m. Texas time, we have this little shelf of a mushroom. I forget what these things are called. Claudia said it's a fairy couch. But they're the ones that grow sideways on the rotting wood in the forest. But we're going to do that tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Texas time. So you may want to set your notification bell so you don't miss that. But we dance until somebody says they see me dancing, because that is how I know that the lag has caught up to the stream and I won't get cut off mid-sentence, because nobody likes being cut off mid-sentence. That's rude. It gives you a chance to click the clicky thingies this way if you're on the horizontal, or this way if you're on the vertical. If the vertical even streamed this time, I have no idea. And it gives everybody a chance to say hello and goodbye to each other and answer any questions they may have for each other. But the most important thing is that I don't get cut off mid